Oh wait, no, wrong. I'm excited. I love Jonathan Larson, I love 𝒎𝒏𝒏, and I love Andrew Garfield and Lin-Manuel. Anyway, I'm really excited for this. When I wash my hair later, I'm gonna go film a TikTok about how excited I am about this, because 3090, the opening song, came out last night before I went to bed, which I got really excited, and then when I woke up there was a trailer out, and so I worked today, and then I was like, I'm gonna watch the trailer, I'm gonna react to it on video. So, okay, let's do it. Okay, I just adjusted the lighting so things would look okay, and got some juice because blood sugar. Anyway, let's start it.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. I'm Jonathan Larson.
So it is a biopic. So in a way, Jonathan Larson wrote his own story in 𝒎𝒏𝒏, and what Lynn is doing, and the screenwriter, who I forgot who the screenwriter is, I'll put it on the screen. They're basically doing his biopic, and people are going to find out more about his life, which I'm going to get super emotional. I just know that this is... Anyway.
I am 29 years old. I work at the Moondance Diner.
Which Jonathan did, and when he worked there he met Jesse L. Martin, and he basically worked there on the weekends so that he could be able to just write music throughout the week. So he would work enough on the weekends just to make rent and just to make a little bit of money just to survive while he wrote his music, which is not something I don't think I could do. I mean, the amount of creativity that man would have had is just beyond my even imagination.
Check. One sec. Do we take reservations? No, we do not take... We're a diner. I have an original rock musical.
I don't know if this musical that they're talking about is Rent, because he actually didn't conceive it. It was another guy, and then they worked on it together, and then Jonathan realized he would rather do it by himself because they had like creative differences. Also, I don't understand why Vanessa Hudgens is in this, but it's very interesting because because this is a 3-person show, and Susan is being played by Alexandra Shipp, who is supposedly Jonathan's girlfriend. So I don't know who Vanessa's supposed to be playing. I wanted to add that I did look on IMDb, and Vanessa Hudgens' character is going to be played. The character that she's playing is Caressa, and I looked it up. I don't know if exactly that was the name, but I know Jonathan had a bunch of friends that worked with him on demos that he was writing, especially for the female characters that he would write. So they would do those demos, they would sing for him those demos while he sang the male versions. So possibly she could be one of his friends that did that, because there is a scene later on where she's singing, so possibly that is who she's playing. But the fact that she's got a bigger role in this than like even in the show, again, I don't think that the movie is being based on the show. I think it's just based on his life, and they're using if Jonathan's life is the baseline, then the melody is the show, 𝒎𝒏𝒏𝒏. It's like they're using it. I already tried to explain this a million times, but it's just like, it's a biopic that uses the story up until a certain point that Jonathan wrote, and then it's like telling the rest of it, but you're still using his music. Okay, I'm just going to stop now.
Hey, boy genius.
That I have spent the last 8 years of my life writing.
He's getting out. You're gonna be rich and famous.
Also, the whole, living in the bohemian lifestyle, living in this tiny ass apartment, but he had this sense of community, so I can definitely I already see that in the first 30 seconds of the
And rewriting.
trailer.
Did you crack it yet?
That guy right there is playing, I think his name is Joshua Henry, and he's playing Michael, who's his best friend supposedly, that has his life together. Because like the concept of 𝒎𝒏𝒏𝒏 is that Jonathan, he's 29, he's turning 30, and all of his friends have just decided to leave their dreams behind and join the corporate world, while Jonathan is still trying to get his dream to become a reality, which is, ironic and poetic in a way, where the day he died, it was the day that kind of cemented his legacy.
I'm getting so close. And rewriting.
Can I hear it?
Any day now.
8 years
years.
And
Also,
the time-
there's the poetic aspect of the tick, 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 tick of Jonathan thinking about, you know, getting old and all that, when the way he died was from an aneurysm. Like, his ticker literally gave out, like, it literally exploded. Like, how? It's so bizarre to me. I'm gonna start crying. It's so bizarre to me. But it's like, I don't understand the way that it's, oh.
It keeps ticking. Tick, tick.
You need to ask, are you letting yourself be led by fear or by love?
Fear. 100% fear.
Louder than words, that's the
I don't know
music
what
to
the
it.
show is.
I don't know what the show is. So I believe when Rent was doing its workshops in 1994, and I don't know if they're talking about Rent or not in this part, but the show was kind of weird. I've listened to demos, I've listened to older demos, and I've listened to the workshop demos, and apparently at the time when that was being kind of workshopped, people didn't really, the producers and like potential investors were like, what is this, you know? So that might be what this is referring to.
Why do we play with fire?
What if the workshop happens and nothing changes? What then, Jonathan?
Maybe I'm just wasting my time.
Do you know how many Jonathan Larsons there are? One.
Why should we blaze a trail? There's not enough time. I went to 3 friends' funerals last year, and nobody is doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
Try writing about what you know.
What does it take to wake
up
up
a
a generation?
It would be a tragedy to give up what you have.
Take off and fly.
The sweet
Hero love, baby, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder than words.
no matter what.
They speak louder.
Keep going, okay.
Actions speak louder than.
Of course I cry at the end, okay. Alright, okay. I love Louder Than Words. It's one of my favorite songs from the show, and Johnny Can't Decide. God, who knew that Andrew Garfield could sing like that though? I mean, I guess they wouldn't have cast him if he couldn't sing, but you know, being an actor, you don't really need to sing all that well because you can just be trained, but yeah. I assume most of it is the story about Rent and all that, because definitely, because you know, Tick Tick Boom, he wrote it in the, like 1990, like I think 91 he was performing it by himself, like a one-man show. And then in 2001 it went off Broadway with 𝒎𝒊𝒂𝒍 as John.
Don't wanna waste the time I'm given. Have it all, play the game, some recommend.
And so I think what Lynn on the, I need to see who the screenplay by Stephen Levinson. I think what they were trying to do is, he wrote the book for Dear Evan Hansen. Okay, everyone is always interconnected in these things. It's crazy. He also wrote some 𝒎𝒂𝒊𝒂 and Robin D. Jesus is Michael. And the guy that Joshua Henry plays is Roger. So, okay, interesting. They might be changing around a bit of the characters. They're not, again, as I'm trying to talk, I literally am not making sense. Tick Tick Boom, when Jonathan wrote it, was about the times that up till then in that moment. But I feel like the movie is going to be looking at more than that. It's going to be looking at his experience with his friends that were dying of AIDS. It's going to be looking at his experience of writing Rent and trying to get that out there, which I think is important to show, because, you know, it's like, how can you tell this story about Jonathan Larson without telling all of the story? A really good documentary, which is now on YouTube. A couple years back when I would want to watch it, I have to go on like these underground websites, that because you'd have to buy the DVD to get that behind the scenes look. But it's a documentary called No Day But Today. I'll link it in the description, and it's it talks about his life up to, you know, Rent and the things he did before 𒎒𒏿, the things he did. I don't even know if I'm in focus right now. I just look really blurred out. Really want to try to watch it in this theater if it's even open by then, because I don't know if we're going to be open by then, but it's going to be on Netflix on November 19th. So nervous and excited, and it's so, you know, I've always drawn parallels between Lin-Manuel and Jonathan Larson, and it's so, and you know, just knowing Lin, always loved Jonathan, and I don't know, I just get, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional because like Rent isn't, like, when you look at it, you know, critically it's not the best show, but you know, it wasn't even finished because he was still writing it as it was going off Broadway. And if he you know, I think it's just because it really made me grow as a person, and listening to the 𒎒💿 soundtrack also makes me think about things that, I don't know, it's just the lyrics in the songs are, the lyrics in those songs are so prevalent for today. Oh, it's just crazy. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave you here because I've just rambled and I probably make no sense, but yeah, I'm so excited for this movie. I want to try to make everyone watch it, and no one's gonna watch it, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I haven't been on this channel in a really long time, so hopefully I make more videos after this, but yeah. That's it from me for today. I'll talk to you soon. Maybe, hopefully.